what was I even thinking that this was going to be a shared universe? I'm dumb. But, one can hope. All right, 1 2 1 2. Welcome back to my face, movie fans. I hope you guys and girls are having a great day out there. Just wanted to pull up on you for a quick minute with it and do a review for Wolfman. You're like, well, hey, where's the right out the theater reaction? I did record that. New camera, not familiar with all the settings yet. The footage came out kind of, I didn't love it. Tried to throw it in my editor and even it out. I don't know what I'm doing. But I may throw that up or throw a scene of it so you can see what I was talking about. But as far as what I thought of the film, I thought it was okay. If you saw my trailer thoughts reaction, you knew I kind of had high hopes for this one. When you have high hopes, you can get let down. That's ultimately what happened to me. There are some cool things in this film that I really dig. A few things I actually love. For example, the transition of our main character Blake as he turns into the Wolfman. Just the metamorphosis he goes through. It's very caterpillar to butterfly like, but we're along for that ride, and it takes a while to get there. But I love the scenes where his audio, like how he hears things, is amplified, and I love the dark, when he can see in the dark. Those were really badass scenes, and I kind of called it on those. Those were probably the highlights of the film for me. But they didn't use them in the way I would have used them. They're more just like a very cool visual aesthetic, but we don't actually see Blake. I guess I should say spoilers ahead. Spoilers ahead. We never see Blake hunt from that perspective or do anything cool. That could have been a really cool first-person shot to have where he sees everything as he's hunting. That never happened. I feel like the beginning of the film is amazing. Like that opening prologue, I guess you can call it, before we actually get to our main characters. We meet Blake as a kid with his father as they're going out hunting and just learning survival tactics. They're mountain men, maybe is the right term. And there's rumors of a hitchhiker that caught some kind of loony disease, but they actually refer, or explain to us, the viewer, that it's the mark of the wolf or face of the wolf. I can't remember the exact term that it was used for, but yeah, anyway, so hitchhikers out there, loony, running around naked, eating people. And Blake and his father encountered this individual, and that was an amazing scene, amazing moment. It definitely sets the pace for what I thought was going to be a great film, and I was like, man, this is good. As they hide, and there's a tense moment where you hear the creature, but you don't get to see him and his breath, and it's cold. And, the movie knows that was a cool moment because they revisit it in the ending, and it was just not the same. It's like the same trick we already saw. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So, yeah, that's the movie I wanted to see. It kind of fades to black with Blake's dad basically on the radio talking to another mountain man about, hey, we need to hunt this thing down and keep our kids safe. Fade to black, I think. I don't remember exactly. But then we cut to Blake, who's grown up to be this kind of wishy-washy dude that he's overcompensated for his dad being mean to him, so he's kind of a wuss. He doesn't want to yell at his kids. His wife kind of doesn't listen to him. It's like he doesn't have a lot of respect. So I thought that was an interesting dynamic, that he turns into this monster. And it just didn't really hit, though, I think, the way they anticipated or wanted to, as far as the writers. It is there. I feel like we spent too much time with that dynamic. So Blake's father passes away, which means he inherits the home, convinces his family to come so he can show them how beautiful it is out there. Now, the trailers did a good job of not actually showing a lot. They actually do some misdirection, which I was very happy and pleasantly surprised, but ultimately it was just like, might as well showed it anyway. It wasn't that much different. Like, for example, the scene with the car battery for the truck. See the Wolfman jump on top of the truck. That's not who you think it is. It's pretty interesting, but I guess that brings up one of my big gripes with the film. Again, spoilers. Blake's dad is declared dead because he's missing, and I was like, oh man, he's the Wolfman, right? Like, that's not, I can see that a mile away. So sure enough, the Wolfman's standing in the middle of the road as Blake's going to his family home, and that's what causes the accident you see in the trailer. And what a coincidence. His son, he infects his son with a scratch. And I was like, if it's going to be that coincidental, just make it be a curse, like a genetic thing. Make that hitchhiker be someone that was related, maybe even Blake's uncle or something. Just clean it up, man. That was messy. And what a coincidence he gets scratched and turns into this thing. I just didn't love it. as much as I wanted to. Like, I really, really wanted to love this thing, and ultimately it was just okay, in my opinion. The performances by all the actors was great. I mean, really great. I don't know who any of these actors are, and I thought, man, really, really killing it with their performances. Blake in particular, she did a great job, man. The little girl did too. We needed more people in this movie to be murdered, to be killed. There's not anyone that, I think one or two people die in this thing, and one of them is Blake's dad as the Wolfman. There's just not enough fodder for this type of film. So great acting, but I don't know if that's necessary in a horror movie. I mean, I'm glad they did it. This was a cool thing to see on the big screen. I'm not trashing the film at all. It just wasn't for me. If you dug it, I can see why you dug it, but this one didn't hit quite for me. And I didn't love the ending. I didn't love the Wolfman's design. He didn't look like a wolf at all. In fact, he looked more like the Toxic Avenger, if you know who that is. If not, Google that guy and see what I mean. It just looks like he's just got radiation poisoning. Like he literally ate an isotope or something and it didn't agree with him. That's what the guy looks like. But yeah, man, if I get to my score of this thing, I'm giving it a 6. It just didn't move the needle much for me. And really that 6 comes from the visual aesthetics, the things they did. I'm a fan of the director. I think it's Leigh Whannell. He directed Invisible Man, and there was some cool shit in that. And I'm just disappointed that this just didn't pick up that torch or combine it in any way. Shared universe. At one point they're passing a river or pond. I'm like, oh, they're going to show the creature from the Black Lagoon. Whoa, what was I even thinking that this was going to be a shared universe? I'm dumb, but one can hope. But yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of wrap this thing up. At the time of this recording, we made it to 86 subscribers, so I can't thank you guys and girls enough. Bottom of my heart, love each and every one of you. Let's try to get it to 100 before Valentine's Day, before Captain America, Brave New World. Let's try to get to 100 by then or on that day. I'll be happy with that, whatever. But I definitely appreciate you guys and girls. So you don't have to sub if you don't want to. It's not required. I just love you coming to hang out. And I think that's going to do it till next time. You guys and girls stay safe. In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to hit you in your face. Bop. Hey.